What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to bring you a video on soloing Tempoross. This is a method that is going to not be the firefighter method, as the requirements for that are a little higher. So this is a little bit of a more beginner method, also a little more of an AFK method. So let's get into it. The requirements for Tempoross are obviously 35 fishing. I'm not going to go into in detail here. If you're looking up a solo guide, you probably know what Tempoross is. So equipment wise, if you have the angler outfit, I would bring that and then use the graceful cape and gloves just for a little bit of weight reduction. As far as equipment and your inventory goes, your first round you can have nothing on you because we're going to set it up, then come out and go back in, but I'll show that in just a moment. So if you have a dragon harpoon, bring that with you because it will definitely help make the rounds go a little faster. But let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to the boat and just start and load up a round. We're going to be leaving this round, but we're going to set our inventory up. Alright, so once you land on the ship, go ahead and grab a harpoon, a hammer, and a rope. If you have the spirit angler, you will not need a rope. So if you have the spirit angler, instead of the rope, just bring an extra bucket, but go ahead and take out 6 buckets in total. And then we're going to arrange the inventory this way. We're going to put these last 2 buckets down here, and this will make more sense later. And then you can go ahead and fill them up with water. And then you're going to forfeit to go back out. This was just to set your inventory up, and then go ahead and climb back into the boat and wait for the round to start. To start the game off, run to the northeast and start fishing out of the spots till you get about 8 harpoon fish. Then cook those 8 at the shrine while looking out for a double fishing spot to appear. Once the spot appears, start fishing for mids. When the storm intensity bar reaches 15%, a colossal wave will come in, and then you'll want to tether to this totem. But until you see the text pop up in your chat box, go ahead and cook them, and then wait for that chat to appear. Once the screen starts to change colors, go ahead and tether. And then you can wait for the dialogue to say that it's passed, and then go back to cooking at the shrine. We're going to cook all but 3 of these fish, so down to this first bucket at the bottom. Once we have all of these cooked, we are going to run to the ammunition crate and fill it. We're only going to fill it with the cooked fish. If the fire's going to spawn right on you, just make sure you walk away from it and deposit it in the other crates. And you do have 6 buckets, which should be enough. Go ahead and then douse these fires while you have 3 left. This is going to bring the boss down to 10% energy, which is going to stop him from using his special attacks. So now he's not going to use anything else on us. We're going to go ahead and fill this inventory the rest of the way up with fish, and then cook all of them. What I do in this stage is just fish out of the double spots and cook them when it's not up, but as soon as one appears, I will go back to fishing out of it. If this video helps you out at all, please smash that like button for me, and then also make sure to subscribe. You're going to cook the rest of the inventory. Just keep an eye on the storm intensity. You want to make sure you leave the shrine no later than about 92%. And then fill the ammunition crate all the way with these cooked fish. In doing this, you're going to knock him all the way down where you could start killing him, but we're going to finish depositing these because it will automatically put him back at 10 energy for the next wave, which will stop all of his special attacks. This makes it more AFKable, a more preferred method for me than doing the firefighting method. Also, my Iron Man's a little bit lower, so it's easier to do this method. But then just attack the boss after you deposit all those. You're going to leave these buckets in your inventory for the second phase. And then once he reaches 100% energy, we're going to start fishing again. Fish out of a normal spot and just until a double one appears. Or until you have 6 raw fish. And then the priority on the next phase is going to be the double spots, because you have a lot of time before the intensity to reach 100%, and you don't have to worry about any waves or clouds rolling in, as long as you set that first stage up properly. So just make sure you're bouncing between cooking and then waiting for a double spot until your inventory is full, and then you will just deposit all of them. We're going to deposit all of them again. This is going to do the same thing, bringing his energy to 10% for the third and final phase. While you are running to attack the boss, you can go ahead and drop all of these buckets, because for the third phase we're going to do a full inventory. We're going to leave these 3 items just because we want to make sure we actually kill the boss. You can opt for 2 different options here. You could fish till you had 6 to 8 and then cook them, or you can just fish in a single spot until the double appears. It's more efficient to cook them in between, but this is a little more laid back. Just make sure you keep an eye on the storm intensity. Once you have a full inventory cooked, go ahead and start to deposit it all. Now this is the one step that you can mess up on pretty easy. Deposit them all, but make sure you keep an eye on his energy as it's coming up. You want to safe it. You should be around 20 to 25 essence left. When his energy level hits about no more than 60% to be safe, you want to start killing the boss. Again, if you've properly set this up, you shouldn't have a problem. But in the beginning, just be safe with it. And then you will kill down the boss. It won't take very long. Doing this method's going to warrant you between 9 and 10 permits per go, and they take about 9 to 10 minutes. So realistically, in an hour, you can get anywhere from 55 to even as utmost of 70 if you get lucky with the fires. But let's say on average about 60. Once the boss is dead, take 5 buckets and then take a 6th one. And then you can set your inventory back up. You can fill them here if you want, or the ship that you're waiting to come in on will also have a fill option.